Hey, what's up, everybody? Rebel Gracer here. I said I would do 2 videos a day, so this is my other video. So, I didn't write them down, but I do actually have them up here. Some questions that were asked by some younger cats and chicks, and I'm going to cover those questions, and I'm going to give answers, and hopefully they see this. Now, out of respect, because of the ages and all, I'm not going to give out their names or where they're from. I guess the best I can do, I guess I can give first names, but that's as far as it's gonna go. Okay, so this one is to Ashley. Ashley asked me, what kind of pomade works best for women's hair? Um, I would say the Vixen Valor made by Lux pomade. That is typically a female pomade. However, if you really want to go for a really good, stronger, medium hold rather than a heavy hold, I would go for the Cryptic Arts pomade, the Mad Wax Rebel Slick. That can be used for women's hair too. Makes a great stocking stuffer and gift if you're interested in that. If you don't know much about it, check out my channel. You'll find out me talking about it. Okay, now we're gonna go with Richard. Richard asked, I have some friends in my school. Would a gang be advisable? Now, I've covered this before, and I would like to say that no, a gang would not be advisable. Despite popular belief that a gang is a good thing, even if it's just a greaser gang, it's not. The problem being is that, you know, with a gang, you might think it's cool because then it's you and all your friends, and you might think like the Wanderers and T-Birds and Outsiders and stuff. But, depending on where your school is situated, if you are in an inner city type, there's going to be other gangs too. And if they perceive your gang as a threat, so, no. No gangs. Alright, now, this question has come up, and it's from a female, so that's why it's kind of ironic that this question... I don't know how many times I have to freaking cover this question. Do I have to smoke and drink to be a greaser? The answer is absolutely not. Back in the 50s, smoking and drinking, this was asked by Amy, that kind of stuff back in the 50s was a very rebellious thing. I mean, it was rebellious before that. I know a lot of you see me smoking, and this is kind of hypocritical of me to say this, but if you're not smoking or you haven't started, don't start. Don't even try to pick up the habit. It's a nasty habit, it's a bad habit, and it can fuck up your lungs later on in life. As for drinking, that can screw up your liver. I mean, drink iced tea and stuff. I mean, I know that you guys saw me drinking before in some of my videos, but don't do what I do. Live better. Live better. Do what I say. Do as I say, not as I do. You dig? Um, Here we go. Just cover something about it. Here I am doing it again. But seriously though, seriously guys. Okay, next one is going to be from another guy whose name is also Brandon. Brandon asks, what kind of pomade is best to use for wavy hair? Now, Madman has had this question asked, what's the best pomade for this type of... Everybody's hair type is different. I don't have wavy hair. My hair is usually straight. So I can't tell you that. I would just honestly try a bunch of different pomades and find which one works best for you. If I might add to, if your hair is wavy and you really want to lay it straight, I'll give you one pomade that might work for you. American Crew Black Heavy Hold. That might work. And believe me, when you open the can, it looks like freaking axle grease. But then when you take it out, it's clear. So you got that. Alright, the next question is by a fella named Alan. Alan asked, how do I pick up greaser chicks? I covered this in a video a while back ago about how to really, what you could say, just be a gentleman, really. That's all I can tell you. I mean, you can walk up there and act like Fonzie and snap your fingers and hope she jumps right into your arms, but that's not going to work. Walk up, ask her name, start a conversation, interact with her for a few days, see if you two have any common interests, maybe music, maybe you both dance, maybe you both read, whatever. Find out if you have common interests, don't just jump into a relationship, but remember, be a gentleman, hold out her chair for her, open doors, carry her books, sit with her at lunchtime. Somebody gives her shit, stand up for her. Whatever, bro. Mostly, greaser chicks don't really need to be stood up for. They can handle shit themselves, but still, be there. Alright. It went out. Okay. Next question comes from a girl named Hannah. Hannah is 15 years old, and that's all I'm saying about it. And she is in a school for special people. That's just so you understand that she's gifted, highly intelligent, but the autism battles the intelligence. But her question was, is it okay to carry a knife when I go out or go out about? That depends on what you're carrying the knife for. As most of you know, I do. At all times, carry a blade. And this is the one that's usually carried. I mean, I have two different ones, but this is the one that I carry the most. Okay. Typical rule of thumb. Okay. It's legal. State of Tennessee. Check your laws. Some states only allow a 2-inch blade. I don't know what the hell a 2-incher is gonna do. Like a pig sticker or something. But if you're carrying it for your own personal protection because you need to, I mean, that's if you need for your personal protection, that's different. If you're just carrying it because it's actually part of an accessory, there's that too. Honestly, Hannah, it depends on what you're carrying it for. And I hate to say this because I don't like to diss anybody, but I don't think you should really be carrying weapons. Not saying that you're gonna do something, but I've known people with the same disabilities, and sometimes they do stupid things. Alright, next question. Brought up by a fellow named Josh. Josh asked, can greasers wear glasses? Jeez, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's not like I haven't worn a few pairs in some of my videos on here starting out, and it's not like I don't wear them usually when I shoot live videos on Facebook. Yes, you can wear glasses. Yeah, you can wear contacts. It's just, jeez. All right. Next question is brought up by another girl who asked me to please not say her name, but she asked, "Is there a greaser religion?" Most of you see I wear a cross. I'm Christian. There really is no religion. I think what she's really asking is there is a lifestyle. There is there are codes in a lifestyle that can be followed in the Greaser community. There's really no religion. You don't have to be Methodist or Mormon or Catholic or Jewish, or you don't have to be any of those. Religion doesn't really follow through, and most of the greasers you see in movies, they're usually Italian or Irish, and the Italian and Irish were predominantly Catholic. You'll notice that Catholicism, the Catholic Church, is the biggest religion in the world, especially America right now. And I've been to a Catholic church. Interesting on some scores, but others, I'm just Christian. That's all. Okay. Okay, another question posed by a girl in the UK under the name of Jolie. Now, Jolie asked a question that I think should be answered more by my boy Ben, because he lives in the UK. But her question was, can a greaser girl date a teddy boy? And what is the big difference? Jolie, I told you to check my channel. There is a difference between teddy boys and greasers. What the difference is? The best way I could explain it. I guess if you want to date a teddy boy, you can. And I'm not saying you can't. I mean, Ben would probably be a little bit more better to answer this question, since he probably sees his grandfather used to be a teddy boy. So, but you gotta remember that teddy boys are more dandies, and rather than us rough guys from hoods and whatnot. So there's that. Now, a fellow named Jack, who lives in New York, and mentioned that he's in an inner city school, has said that predominantly his school is mostly all black. And his father and mother are both Italian. His grandparents are from Italy, so his family is technically all fully Italian. Now, he says there's maybe, I don't know, I think he said 50 white kids in the school. The rest is all black and Mexican. Now, the Mexicans don't give him trouble, but the blacks do. And he wants to know, he's seen the wanderers. He wants to know, is there really a problem between the Italian and the colored? Jack, I don't really know if there's a problem between the Italian and the colored. I mean, the fact that, he put Italian on the board versus colored and all. I think that might have just been a racial thing back then, racial discrimination back then. Racism is not cool. I wouldn't even. If these guys, blacks, are giving you trouble, is it every black in school, or is it a specific group? If it's every single one of them, you might need to change schools, because that's just straight up bullying. But if it's just a singular group, or a singular Negro giving you a problem, then, be like, hey man, what the fuck? Why are you fucking with me, huh? What am I, an asshole? Huh? Why are you fucking with me? Try to understand. And if it's bad, you go to your principal, your vice principal, teachers. You got a school cop, a school officer there, or maybe you got a counselor. You'll go talk with the counselor. I mean, I don't really know, man. I'm not in high school no more. When I was in high school, it was different. Alright. Now, a woman named Nancy asked a lot of really the same question Alan did: how to pick up greaser guys. Guys are supposed to pick up the chicks, but um, Nancy, I'm sorry, girl. I really don't have an answer for you, chick. I really don't. Best I can do is be a lady, I guess. If you want to be a Miss Sadie Hawkins and pick up a dude, and just you have to do the same piece of advice. Find common interest. Make sure you two really want to go out and be a lady. Be presentable. Don't dress trashy. Don't dress slutty. Be a lady. Dress nicely, and who knows? Maybe somebody that looks like Marlon Brando might come along, or another James Dean. You never know. It all depends. Okay. Frank. Now, Frank asked about greaser movies. What movies should I watch that feature greasers? Okay, I'm going to mention that there are a lot of movies that feature greaser type characters on YouTube. They're mostly hot rod movies. The term greaser does not really it'll bring up a lot of hot rod movies and some Elvis movies. So if you type in greaser movies on YouTube, you'll find some old time hot rod. Pardon me. You'll find some movies on there. Also, The Wanderers, The Outsiders, which, The Wild One, Lords of the Flatbush, Deuces Wild, California Kid, High School Hellcats. That's technically mostly a greaser chick movie, but it's still got some merits in it. T-Bird Gang, T-Bird Gang, or Hot Rod Girl. I mean, you just really gotta look out there for movies, man. I can't tell you everything, but like I said, The Wanderers, Outsiders, Wild One, and all that. Those are the kind of movies that feature greasers that I think you should watch. So there's your movies, man. The Wanderers be the best. That's if you're Italian like me. I'm only half Italian, but whatever. Okay. Now, this is the question that I think is really stupid. But it's from a college girl whose name, I'm sorry, I cannot reveal. She asked me not to. She's in college, though, and she is studying culinary. Wants to be a chef. Or, I guess a chef, a cook, whatever. And she wants to know, is that okay for, because she wants to know, I guess she doesn't want to know if it's okay to be a chef, because anybody can be a chef. It's pretty damn talented, if you ask me, but I think her main question is it okay, to be going to college and doing all this, because I am a greaser girl, and I kind of want a good old tough boyfriend, who has a job and all. Girl, unless you're planning to get married right out of college, keep doing what you're doing. I guarantee you this. You start bringing home the dough of being a chef. Okay, and last question is from a girl named Roxy. I'm surprised a lot more girls did the questionnaire than the boys, which is ironic because, like I said, I'm not a female. But her question is she asked me to mention she is 22 years old and already has 3 children. Different dads with each one. Now she is seeing a man who is I guess he's CEO or boss of some kind of company. But she says that he's not, doesn't come home a lot. And she thinks he's cheating. And this should be something you should really bring up on Mari or Steve Wilkos or Jerry Springer, because I don't really know how to answer this. But if I was in her position, what would I do? First thing I do is I confront him. Are you cheating on me? Why are you coming home late? Are you really interested in me and helping me raise my children? Question the guy. Get out there and find out what's going on, because I don't want to see anybody get hurt. And yeah, I don't want to see a girl get hurt. I don't want to see a guy get hurt. I don't want to see anybody get hurt. I just would like to see why, this is going on. Roxy, I can't really tell you really how to handle this because it's not my relationship. But I would find out before you end up hurt. I mean, if you think he is, and if you own the house, tell him you're not welcome. If he is, if he owns the house, take your kids and go. Your daughters and son don't need to be exposed to somebody like that if that's what he's doing. If he's not doing that, then great, stay with him. I mean, he's probably gonna be good for you, but think about yourself first. What's in here? What's your heart saying? Dig. It's to your heart. It's to your heart. All right. So I covered some of the questions with some people. I hope that has helped them as well as anybody else who sees this video. Until next time, stay greasy cats, stay sexy chicks, be cool, G Rob Billy, Rebel Greaser, over and out.